All right, Trevor. So you asked me a pretty simple question, but the reason I didn't answer you directly is because it's a complicated answer. There's a lot of things to talk about when it comes to starting kettlebell lifting. So you were talking about getting into swings and should I be feeling certain things? I know my core is important, et cetera, and so on. Really, there's a lot of tiny technique points that are very important with kettlebells. And there's things that I could tell you and show you, but it doesn't help you grasp the essence of it. Because some of the stuff you really can't see, you have to feel. And some of the things you won't see, even if you're pretty experienced, without a very keen eye and not knowing exactly what to look for. So I think the best thing I could do for you is to kind of give you some basic guidelines as far as what you should be looking for in your technique. And you said you started swinging. And as far as kettlebell technique goes, that's probably the simplest one to start with is the swing, but there's some prerequisite things you need to work on. So I don't know your athletic background, so I just thought it'd be important to tell you what you should be doing before you can swing, because this is where you can run into problems. So the first thing is, can you squat down properly? The second thing is, can you hinge properly? And can you control your core? Okay, so let me just show you real quick. I think you probably know what a squat is, but I just want to go over some key points here. As far as squatting is concerned, can you squat down? All right, so can you lower the level of your upper body with your knees and hips? How low can you do it? I mean, you should be able to at least get close to parallel, if not deeper than parallel. And what's important also is, can you control your back while you do it? So, in other words, when I come down, can I come down with my low back, my mid back, my upper back, all in alignment, all right? Without it kind of hunching over. That's no good, right? I can lean, of course. You see people lean when they lift heavy with a bar, but my back is still in alignment whether I'm leaning, whether I'm upright, all right? So can I squat down? That's really important, okay? Can I control my core when I squat? Is even more important. The second is, can you hinge? Can you bend down? And a hinge is like a deadlift, right? You may or may not know that, but again, I don't know how familiar you are. I'm tilting my trunk around my hips, and my core is controlling my spine. I'm not rolling over, right? I'm moving around my hip joint, right? So this is a hinge motion, okay? So if I was picking up a heavy bar, like a deadlift, this is one of the techniques you can use to move weight that way, okay? So that's super important. Can you squat down? Can you hinge? Can you do them both while you're controlling your back, while you're controlling your spine with your core musculature? Because if you can't do that, then you shouldn't be learning the swing in the first place, right? You should be working on learning the hinge, learning the squat. So that's where it starts. If you don't have a problem with those things, perfect. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the kettlebells in the next video, and I'm going to go over the swing with you maybe in a third video. Key points to start looking for in that. But those are your foundational prerequisites right there.